Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange on bottle, finger bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world.
What's up everybody? This is Ted Karras for the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincy Hat, and you're watching Bengals and Brews.
That's a fact, Greg. Bald-headed Greg. You bald-headed bastard. You look so beautiful.
Oh, dude, I love how the light reflects off my head, man. I fucking love it, man. People have been saying on social media, that's a good look for me. I had Hube yesterday say that to me. I had a bunch of other, everybody said it suits me. So I'm keeping the bald head, buddy. How we doing? Happy Victory Monday, Chop.
Right. The chick from Garage Beer couldn't leave you alone after you got that bald head.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. You know what I can never leave alone? The Chop Shop.
Right.
I can never leave alone the Chop Shop, man. Awesome Victory Monday shirt I'm sporting. And even though they're not open today right now, I will definitely be celebrating when they open Wednesday. Midwest Best Barbecue, another proud sponsor of this show, man. To Chop, happy Victory Monday. Obviously, it came at a bit of a cost and all that, but we're 2-0, buddy. How you doing today?
It's all embroidered, Greg.
That's awesome, man.
Victory Monday.
That is kick-ass, bro.
Yeah.
So how you feeling today, Chop?
Yeah, it is what it is. What am I going to do about it, right? I don't know, man. I'm in mourning, though. I'm in mourning for Joe's toe.
Yeah, exactly. I'm mourning for it also, too. I mean, obviously, it came at a cost. Hey, thank God we won those first two games. I just take it one game at a time, And Jake, we trust. Right now, he did well for us last time. So let's say Joe. So like I said, before we get to the game, say Joe's out. Let's just say 11 or 12 games. What's a reasonable record that you're telling Jake to win? Like how many wins? Obviously, you want to win all 12. But if I had to tell, how many wins do you think Jake needs to win in the next 12 games?
All of them. I mean, he needs to be honest, though. I don't know. This is what I'm saying, though. Like, when I woke up, I was reading things. When I woke up, I went and took a dump first. And I was looking at some of the stuff on, in our group chat. And I don't want to bring in another quarterback, man. If you're bringing in another one, bring in somebody behind Jake. Jake is the best bet with any quarterback that's available in free agency or whatever. Jake Browning is our best bet. So just put him in there, and you can bring back your fucking dude, Greg, Desmond Ridder. I don't give a shit.
No, I mean, like, your best bet's the trade market. All right, let's say, for example, Kirk Cousins or Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's third-string quarterback right now. I just did.
Okay. Oh, you already saw it?
Yeah, no, I saw what Industry said. Yeah, no. Like, Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson had a good game yesterday, and they got Jackson Dart. Why not make a phone call? I know there was a report out that, who's that guy, the backup, Malik Wills, who backs up Love, who phoned for Love last year. The Bengals did apparently make some calls to him. That'd be intriguing. Oh, hold on for 1 second.
I don't want to give up anything. I don't want to give up anything.
I don't blame you for that.
Why give up anything for a quarterback when our best bet is fucking Jake Browning anyway?
Yeah. Dustin, how we doing today, bud?
Good. How's it going, man?
Well, obviously, Victory Monday came at a cost. How you feeling today, Dustin?
I mean, we've had a while to chew on it because we kind of got the news a little bit later in the night that surgery probably was more than likely going to be required. So at this point, I'm kind of just like ready to move forward,
Yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, Some people say go trade for quarterback, trade for maybe Winston or Cousins. I've heard Garoppolo's name thrown out there. But, I'm kind of on the same ship with Chop. I mean, why trade a draft pick when you have Jake Browning? Well, because there's no – in free agency, your best bet is what, Bethard or Driscoll? I mean, come on. What do you do right now, Dustin?
Well,
obviously, we have to add a quarterback, but,
Yeah, we'll probably add somebody. I just don't know. I know there's names being thrown out there like Cousins and Winston. I don't know if those teams really want to get rid of those quarterbacks because if you look at the situation in Atlanta, you got Michael playing and, he's playing pretty good. He's their future, but they probably like having Kurt there to mentor him or if he goes down because they probably consider themselves a playoff contender. On the flip side, the Giants, they got Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson, and Jameis. I maybe there's a possibility there, but I just don't see these teams just even for a draft pick. I just don't see it happening, because those teams value their backup quarterbacks,
I do think it would probably be Jameis for the reason you said, just because they have 3 guys, so if they're thinking, I know Russ hasn't looked very good for them. I mean, they did put up 37 or something, but I don't know. I didn't watch that game. But also Malik Willis was thrown out for the Packers. He went 3-0 and looked really good last year in place of Jordan Love. And they look like one of the best teams in the league. Why would they get rid of Malik Willis in case anything happens to Jordan Love?
But Jordan Love gets hurt a lot too,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
And another name I saw was Jimmy Garoppolo. But even though Stafford's been healthy, why on earth the Stafford who's been injured a bunch of times? Why would the Rams want to get rid of him as an insurance policy with Matthew Stafford, who has a bad injury history?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll talk more and more about Burrow and the injury throughout this, but I do want to recap the game. At the end of the day, it's a team sport. It's a team game. And there's a lot of guys that had good games and helped us win. I wouldn't say it was a good game by us, but at the end of the day, you found a way to win. You're 2-0. You have to feel good about that, right? And I mean, not to talk about quarterbacks more, but I have faith that Jake Browning can win us some games because, we actually went and got some depth guys, some quality veterans that help this team. We're not devoid of talent on this football team.
No.
Now, I think the defense is going to have to step up even more. You can't just rely on turnovers. You got to actually start getting off the field. Some 3-and-outs would be nice here and there, not just one a game, I think. Maybe we had one, if that, yesterday. So, but yeah, we'll talk about the game. We'll talk about Browning having to come in. It was up and down. It was a roller coaster, right? But I'll just start with game balls, and I want to give him one. Yeah, you threw in three interceptions, but you also led the team and you had the balls to make some throws and say, F it, I'm going to try to win this game. I'm going to do everything I can to win this game. 2 touchdowns, had the rushing touchdown, 1 carry, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. That was the only carry outside of Chase Brown on the team was that 1 carry that was our last offensive play of the game. So I'm giving an offensive game ball to Jake Browning. And Chop, I'll kick it up to you, then over to Greg and down to Dustin. We'll just do offensive game balls first and kind of talk about the performances of players on the offensive side as we go through this.
I mean, I would have gave mine to Jake Browning too, just for stepping in there. I mean, the dude was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I'll give one to someone else, but I just want to comment on Jake Browning for a minute. And people that are upset about Jake Browning, man, get excited because Jake Browning's going to air that fucking ball out. You saw when he went in yesterday, he took a lot of chances Joe Burrow doesn't take. So he's going to really rely on these receivers to make these contested catches, if you ask me. Joe is more conservative with the ball. Jake Browning's airing that fucker out. If you remember Jake Browning, he probably still holds the record in Washington for yardage because he airs the ball out. The game is going to be exciting, if nothing else, to watch.
Yeah, no matter what, right?
No matter what.
He's going to throw it up there, and one team's going to get it.
Yeah. I mean, when people are saying Jameis Winston, it's kind of the same deal, He's going to fucking air that ball out. And there's going to be some interceptions, but there's going to also be some huge, big plays with Jake Browning. But if I'm going to give an offensive ball to anybody besides him, I'm going to go with Dylan Fairchild, man. This was my dude pre-draft, and then we drafted him.
He's my other one.
And then last week he got a 50-something with the PFF, and this week he stepped the fuck up, man. And he made sure that Jake Browning stayed clean. And he ain't the one that fucking Joe Burrow tripped over on that first sack either. That was my boy Zeus. But I will go with Dylan Fairchild. This guy's looking really good.
84.9 block grade, pass blocking grade. He didn't allow a single pressure, and I did go through. He's basically the only guy I've kind of got to focus in on the all 22, and he looked really damn good. Yeah. Really, really good. So it looks like next year we can give game balls to our next first-round draft pick. It's also on the offensive line. Yeah.
What about you, anyway, Dale? I know
bald ass head. My game ball goes to Greg's head too.
Yeah, look at that. Look at it.
So good, doesn't he?
I like how it shines off. I love how the light shines off.
It's perfect for you, man.
Dale, social media has been great to me. With Greg, that's actually a good look. So Dale is my new image consultant.
That's right.
Dale, I know this is technically special teams, but I don't give a shit. Samaje Perine, six returns for 154 yards, 25 and a half average. And it's Samaje Perine saying to everybody, oh man, my ass. I mean, this dude was just tearing it up on kick returns. Oh my God, man. I mean, I know this is technically special teams, but I'm giving him in the offensive coordinator game ball. Am I crazy to say that, Dale?
I mean, it's special teams because he didn't have a carry or a catch. But hey, I want to take partial credit on my article for 3 under the radar players and led the way with P. Ryan, but he didn't do anything offensively, and that's what I talked about in the article. So, but he was still a player of the game because he got the ball out to almost the 43 separate times, and some of those was some hard running to get there. And they were targeting him on that, right? They weren't going to kick it to Sizzle, and for him to get out and flip field position after they would score. That stuff mattered at the end of the day. So, yeah, shout out P. Ryan, and I'm good with it because he's an offensive player, so why not?
He is an offensive player.
No rules on the Brews, man.
Yeah.
Dustin, there's one obvious offensive player left, but yeah.
That last return he had, he just stuck his head down and 2 dudes bounced off of him.
Yeah.
He's a beast, man.
Oh, my God.
He looks like someone you don't want to fuck with, too, man. Like, if you just see a picture of P. Ryan, you're like, man, walk past that guy. Just walk past him.
I want P. Ryan in the Ring of Honor. I don't care. He's not going to get in, but I want him in the Ring of Honor.
Get him in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
If P. Ryan gets in the Ring of Honor, no offense to P. Ryan, but they've got everybody in.
Yeah.
I got a lot of those glue guys that I put in. We've had a lot of those over the years. We'll get into other discussions outside of the game balls.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. It's been a hectic 2 weeks in a lot of different ways. It just feels like we haven't barely seen Piron out on the field.
Exactly.
Well, it doesn't even feel like we've mentioned Chase Brown's name that much either. I'm sure we'll have thoughts on that too. But my game ball is actually going to go to Jamar Chase. Credit to Jay Morrison to this, but with 14 catches, Jamar becomes the 4th player in NFL history with at least 14 receptions in 3 career games. And then also Jamar has 6 career games, at least 10 receptions, 150 yards, and a TD receptions, surpassing Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce, 5 games for the most games by a player under age of 26 in NFL history. So they got him the ball a lot yesterday. That little maybe second series Browning was in, he just threw out the wide receiver screen, and I don't know how he jolted down the sideline, getting around 2 guys. But man, he's a generational receiver. He's so fun to watch. I'm just, I feel honored to be able to watch that dude play every Sunday.
Yeah, and honestly, having him is one of the reasons, like I said, I feel like we still got a chance to make some waves. And, it sounds like the minimum Burrow will be out 3 months. There's no guarantee he comes back this season. But it's time to rally around Jake Browning, his wife's tits, and rally the troops and still make a push for the playoffs, because there's just too much talent on this team not to still have those expectations. When you have the best wide receiver in the NFL and you re-sign T. Higgins, who still hasn't really had a superstar game. Now, those guys running into each other and T just bouncing off of them and running in for the end zone was fantastic. But he was targeted 8 times with only 3 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Obviously, the one big one where he scored the touchdown was the biggest play for T. But I think there's a lot of meat on the bone there. And you mentioned P. Ryan, he only got 29% of the snaps. And that left Chase Brown, getting 71%. And Brooks didn't get any. Again, I'd still like to get him in there. And he made another play on special teams, another nice tackle on special teams. So I love that we're seeing him do stuff like that for Brooks. And I think his opportunity will come at some point to get some carries. But, man, there's just a lot of talent. So the sky is not falling. Yeah, it sucks. We know Joe Burrow is one of the top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL. It sucks not to have him, but, life goes on. You can argue the top 4, I always say, but he's up there.
Yeah.
But, so sticking with the offense before we do defensive game balls, at least grading-wise, Dalton Reisner with a 45.3 pass block grade. And like I said, I haven't focused in on him, but there's just some plays that stood out even at the game yesterday where he got knocked on his ass a time or two. Different things but it's hard to be too mad at Dalton Reisner when he didn't have a whole training camp, right? This guy's just now ramping up, but at the same point in time, it's got to be better. And I mean, we're all going to be clamoring for Lucas Patrick to get back really soon, if it doesn't get better soon. So any thoughts on Dalton Reisner or the rest of the line? Because, Orlando Brown had 85.9 grade. I think Mims was a little lower, but like I said, haven't focused on him. Teddy was okay in pass pro as usual. I still think there's some things with Ted's like lower body strength that kind of concerns me a little bit. I see now and then just getting pushed back in the quarterback's lap. But when you got that and Reisner, it's a bit concerning. But thoughts on the O-line or any other offensive players, and why should Mitch Tinsley be getting those snaps that Andre Yosevich gets? Because Yoshi gets 84% of the snaps to Mitch Tinsley's 14%. I think that could maybe change.
And Tinsley comes in and makes a play immediately.
Well, it might change because guess what? Andre Yosevich had that continuity with Joe Burrow. But guess who's been practicing with the B team? Jake Browning. So guess who's been throwing passes to Tinsley? Jake Browning. So Jake Browning probably feels more. I thought that when we were at the game yesterday, that they're going to put in Chuck Sizzle, they're going to put in Tinsley, because these are the people that Jake Browning's used to throwing to. He's not throwing to the number one. Jake Browning's throwing to the number two, so he's built up a lot of continuity and a relationship with them. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised to see Tinsley coming in there. The thing I wanted to say about Reisner is, did you notice yesterday in the stadium when he was announced, they said Risner? So the
they son of a bitch, and that's what we've been. No, I didn't notice.
His wife or something said Reisner, and then the announcer at the stadium announced him yesterday as Risner.
I mean, that's what I've heard both the whole time. That's why I'm like, whatever.
In the end, Dalton, you just need to come on the goddamn show and then set us straight.
Yeah.
Hey, get him on here to set us straight. With that fucking bald head, who can resist you? Ask him now. What was his score yesterday, the PFF score?
Pass block was like 45, and run block was in the 50s. But a lot of our run blocking's been bad. That's why Chase Brown hasn't done much. The run blocking grades for everybody's been subpar.
I feel like I'm not too concerned about Reisner because this is his second game. The first game he got in there, he had to watch Joe each time for the snap count. This game, he's a little bit better. He's been solid everywhere he's went. I don't have an issue. I think he's going to be fine. I think we won this game. Every game he's going to get better on that offensive line. I'm not really too worried about him right now. And especially if you're like, I hope Lucas Patrick gets better to throw in there, or Cody Ford. I mean, might as well just keep Reisner in there and see what happens.
Cody Ford got absolutely smoked in the limited snaps he was in. And I didn't know if Mims had gone out, but people said, I guess I heard ankle, and then I heard also like dehydrated, but then he was back in before got like 9 snaps and gave up, I think, a sack, or it led to an interception, one or the other, like in very limited snaps. So yeah, Cody Ford, no, we don't want to see him. Only at fullback.
Yeah, right.
It'd be interesting to see a grade breakdown between the first and second half, because I feel like the offensive line did get better as the game went on. I mean, obviously, I think the right side of the line was just a catastrophe. Mims didn't look good. Like, guys are running by him. He's not moving that well, so that's very concerning. It just like on the injury list already. We're just starting the season, and we know, again, for the millionth time, we talked about the concerns of drafting him. I know, Dale, you brought that up quite a bit with Mims. So I just think what it is with him with the injuries. Hopefully he can stay clean, but been kind of disappointed in him so far this season, to be honest. Like, he's just a guy out there. I'm okay on Dalton. I think he'll be fine. He's just getting up and going. I mean, it's still early in the season. Offensive lines, they do take a little bit longer to gel together. The defenses, again, we always know probably the first month of the season, the defenses are usually a little bit more ahead. But, obviously, like some of the performances yesterday, kind of just not great, but.
Greg, any other offensive thoughts? Anything on Yoshi? Because that's your guy. I mean, I know you're in love with him.
Well, Yoshi, hey,
it's all fair. He drew the pass interference. He had a catch, but hold on. Where do I have that? He had 5 targets, 1 catch, though.
No, but Tinsley, though, man. Tinsley's making plays, buddy.
Yeah.
He's making plays. There's no doubt about that. Tinsley's making plays, man. Dale, I'm going to be a realist. I'll speak facts when there's need to be facts speak and all this. Tinsley made a hell of a play, went a highlight reel. He has worked his way up. It would not surprise me at all if he works his way in front of Yoshi and all that. No offense to Yoshi or anything, but Tinsley is every time he gets a chance, he's stepping up, man.
Well, and he's also in there with the game on the line. They had him in the game in there trying to block and stuff, and he almost pushed Brown in on an earlier play when we kind of got down there, and then we had a penalty, I think, and set us back. But they trust him to block too, so that's something that could start earning him snaps.
Of the day in the entire NFL.
Yeah,
that might have been the catch of the day in the entire NFL. Did you see a better catch yesterday?
I mean, I didn't see much because when you're driving and you went to the game.
That's true.
But Muma Jongmeta did get claimed today. Good point. I did see that, Ryan, but we hadn't mentioned it. Well, he got claimed by the
Panthers.
That's why I was thinking Panthers, but I wasn't sure. I was like, some shitty team.
Man, our practice squad's gotten raided.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I said. Like, I like the talent that we were able to keep on the practice squad. So it's not too surprising injuries occur. And it's like, well, okay, we didn't get guys snagged early, but guess what? We're going to be one of those teams that people are picking players off throughout the season if we're not bringing them up.
Did you see how many injuries there were in the NFL yesterday? There is a shit ton.
I mean, we can just talk Vikings alone, right? Because that's our opponent this coming week, and Aaron Jones is apparently going to probably be out. J.J. McCarthy's probably going to be out, so they're starting running backs, starting quarterbacks out. So who else? Because I really didn't see them all, Dustin.
Just generally, I think there's a few more guys on defense, and Harrison Smith hasn't even played this year yet, so I don't even know what his return is. I haven't looked at that much. But yeah, they're down 4 or 5 guys.
Who's the backup quarterback for the Vikings?
Carson Wentz. He'll be starting. So no, McCarthy, I think they declared him out, so he's not going to be playing.
Out officially, yeah. Matt Walker said that as well.
I got to tell you though, sitting here, Carson Wentz or J.J. McCarthy, I don't care. Either one of them. J.J. McCarthy has not impressed me. J.J. McCarthy is what I thought he would be so far. I mean, he's just a couple games into it, but still.
Man, impressive. The Vikings made a very interesting decision. I know Sam Darnold didn't play good down the stretch last year, but they could potentially just kill their – I mean, speaking of issues we have over here with the Bengals, don't want to cast stones, but, choosing to go in the direction of J.J. McCarthy might haunt that franchise for a while.
We appreciate Sam Darnold for his work yesterday, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the Steelers.
That's right.
Have you seen some of the numbers in the Steelers defense? They're ranked last in every category so far this season.
Be them, right?
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck.
One thing to point out about the Vikings.
It's my guy, Drew. I got to shout out my guy, Drew. I still, hey, Drew, I never got a schedule yet when I go to the Rusty Court that you didn't leave me one or they didn't give it to me. I got to ask if it's there. But Drew's my guy. Go ahead, Greg.
Well, one interesting fact about the Vikings, how people bitch about the Bengals not spending money on the defensive line. Look at the Vikings. They spent money on that guy from the Colts, Fries. Is that his last name?
Yeah, Will Fries or Freeze, however you pronounce it.
Yeah, and they spent money on another guard. Well, they've invested heavily in both those guys and all that, and look what happened. Darnold's hurt. Just because you invest money in offensive line doesn't automatically mean, don't get me wrong, the Bengals could do a better job at times, but just because you spend money, doesn't mean it's all going to work out.
I sure would like to try, though.
Yeah, me too. I'm just saying.
I sure would like to try.
I would like to try. No, Chuck, I agree with you. I'm just saying it doesn't.
When it comes to shit like that, I'm from Missouri, man. I'm the show me state, man.
Well, the irony of it all, Dylan Fairchild was our best offensive lineman yesterday. Yeah, he drafted. So
third round. It's not like we took him in the first or second, So that's looking like a good pick. Lucas Patrick looked good before his injury, and I still think Dalton Reisner's just going to get better not having a camp. So I'm not completely out on this line. I still think it's one of the most talented we've had on paper. Injuries happen. And, I don't even really want to have the conversation. But at some point, you got to just in the back of your head be like, man, Burrow keeps getting injured. Yeah, it's different injuries. Yeah, things happen. But when a guy keeps getting injured, is that not the definition of injury prone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, injuries stack up. I mean, if you watch the Atlanta Vikings game last night, both those quarterbacks were getting crushed on every drop back pretty much. So the durability aspect as a quarterback in this league is very important. You got to be able to hold up and take hits, no matter how good your offensive line. Somebody put out some pretty interesting stats. Being a pocket quarterback, and Joe can shiesty it up and move it around however he likes to hang in the pocket, you're going to take hits. You know who else takes hits, and we would never expect it? It gets hit at a high rate. Jared Goff. He takes a lot of hits too because he sticks in the pocket. If you're a pocket quarterback in today's NFL, you're going to take hits, or you're either going to escape the pocket, use your feet, gain the grass that the defenses give you. You can always get first downs that way. So if that's the game that you're going to play as a quarterback, it's going to have risk.
Yeah, I would say Dustin, you put a text in our Bengals and Brews chat yesterday about Joe Burrow being like made of glass or whatever, and it made me think about it. And I thought, it's true. He is like, he does get injured a lot. Like, I'm trying to think of, I really racked my brain and tried to think of another quarterback that's in the NFL right now that has the same injury history as Joe Burrow, and he's out all the time, man. It sucks. I'm not saying get rid of Joe. I'm not throwing that out. I'm just saying, like,
well, look at JJ McCarthy. He missed the entire season last year. Yeah. And look, he's already hurt this year, right?
Yep. Okay.
Like, some guys just injury prone, unluckiness, whatever you want to call it. It's just some guys are prone to getting injured, And then
I'm watching the Eagles game. The Eagles are playing the Chiefs, and the announcers are saying in there that the Eagles, what they did when they built that team, they invested in the trenches first, the offense and the defense. That's where they invested first, and they wanted to dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
And Jalen Hurts uses his feet.
Yeah.
And he puts his head down and he takes hits too.
Yes, he
also squats. He also squats like 1,000,000 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jalen Hurts is one of the best running backs in the NFL.
Yeah.
Playing quarterback too.
Yeah.
So since we're on Chiefs and Eagles, Pat Mahomes, some of the stuff he was throwing, guys wide open. Is Pat? What is with Pat Mahomes lately? Do you guys think he's losing his touch a little bit, or
already, man?
I don't give a shit. They're 0-2. Fuck them. Who cares?
I don't care. I'm happy that I'm happy about it. I'm just curious.
Cut his hair.
That shows how important in the NFL it's to have receivers that can get open and get separation.
That's what I'm saying about Jake Browning. I don't know if I'm going off on a tangent here, but like, he just got handed the keys to a Ferrari. A Ferrari still goes 200-something fucking miles an hour. You know what I mean? So he got handed the keys to a Ferrari. For sure, he was driving a fucking Chevy Nova yesterday or the day before. You know what I mean?
We didn't have any reps all week of practice, so it's like,
right.
He still got us a win.
All first team reps. I got faith in Jake Browning more than any other quarterback. I got more faith in Jake Browning than Kirk Cousins, and I think Kirk Cousins is a legit quarterback.
See, and this is like
Jake Browning.
I just want to address this because anytime it's like you're not allowed to say anything that can come off as negative toward Burrow without people automatically thinking that you want to get rid of him, this, that, and the other. No, you're just pointing out the fact that he's had a lot of injuries, and that is the definition of injury prone. It means you're prone to have injuries. That is literally what it means.
What I'm bringing it up for
so many years
is the fact that we need to protect him more. I'm not saying get rid of Joe. And as a matter of fact, that's why I literally said during my little thing is I'm not saying get rid of Joe. I'm saying protect him more. If he's going to get hurt more often, make sure he doesn't have a chance to get
Chop, what'd you think about the protection for Jake Browning in the second half?
I thought it was great. I thought it was better than the protection they gave Joe.
Why do you think that is?
I think they stepped up. I think
it's because they run the offense different and they're not just always in spread. And also Burrow holds the ball thinking that he can beat. Like, you've got to protect Joe from Joe. He's going to come back. He's our quarterback. We love Joe. Yeah. We understand if we're going to win a Super Bowl, it's most likely because of Joe Burrow. Right. But you can't run things with Jake Browning and it looks smoother and it's easier on the line and it also is just more efficient and better. And then be like, well, Joe, you go back to doing your thing, which has led to a lot of these injuries. Because it's not just about the players on the offensive line. We are not devoid of talent on the offensive line. Also, we're always just blaming the offensive line. And sometimes it's been bad. Trust me. We've had some shit. But there's talent now on that offensive line overall.
Yeah. And when we do win the Super Bowl, it's going to make one hell of an NFL films movie, right?
I think yesterday, I mean, not to build in excuses, they did throw a lot of crazy. They unloaded the play sheet yesterday, offensively and defensively. I mean, some of the stuff he was bringing with their schemes yesterday. I mean, I studied a little bit of Jacksonville in the first week. I mean, they showed a lot of stuff I just hadn't seen either on tape. So I think once we settled in, the offensive line played better. It just unfortunately in that vortex of like us figuring stuff out, Burrow takes a hit or somebody lands on his foot. I don't whatever the hell happened.
Whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. When it was happening, I thought, why the fuck does everybody keep jumping on the pile? He's already down. And then he was hurt. And I was like,
that was such a weird play because he was trying to hit Chase on a slant. The slant wasn't there. He started to move to the left and then he dipped back to the right. It was such a weird play. It was just like, what are we doing here? Because I think wasn't it like a 2nd and 20 something. We were just trying to maybe isolate Chase and just get a little bit of those yards back. A quick hitter. The quick hitter wasn't there, and it just looked like Burrow kind of didn't know what to do after that.
And then when we went to the Super Bowl, wasn't Joe one of the fastest quarterbacks in the league getting the ball out of his hand? I mean, it was because the offensive line sucked and he knew it. But at the time, wasn't he like one of the fastest at getting the ball out of his hand?
Yeah, he's always had a pretty quick release with like speed to get rid of it. I think that's part of his processing skills.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks, he hasn't looked comfortable. We talked about before in the Cleveland game, he missed Chase a few times. He had some open receivers. This game, I don't know what it looked like downfield. I mean, obviously our first 2 offensive possessions looked pretty erratic. We just didn't find our groove. So yeah, it just hasn't seemed like he's been seeing things like he usually does. So that probably contributed to him holding the ball a little bit longer.
Well, that's what I said too. When we were leaving, I was saying that, like Joe he's like preseason didn't work. Like him playing preseason didn't work. He's the guy that when he comes in the regular season, he warms up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying that the win against the Browns was good because it was an ugly win, but it's still a win while he's still warming up. And around mid-season, he's going to be cooking. He's going to be the Joe Burrow, the MVP Joe Burrow, about halfway through the season. Of course, not this season. But that being said, let's say he comes back in December. Let's say that we are in position where we can win a spot in the playoffs, like a wild card or something like that, right? He warms up. So do you take Jake Browning out and put Joe Burrow in with like 2 games left and a chance to go to the playoffs and Jake Browning got us there? Or do you put Joe in?
I know we do a lot of hype. I'm not in the headspace to have conversations like that.
Right.
I just want to beat Minnesota. Like I hope that don't come off as me being mean chop because I know we always try to do. I just honestly, I'm like, man, we've got to win this week and try to go 3-0. Minnesota's down some players. Obviously, we're down Burrow. But if you get to 3-0, you know the best thing about being 3-0, you get a chance to then go 4-0 the next week. So it's a 1-week league in the NFL. Yes. I keep saying this week after week after week after week. You can't look too far ahead because injuries happen, and they happen league-wide, not just here. Teams get better, that teams get worse. So I just want to beat Minnesota, but let's continue recapping the game, giving out some defensive game balls, stuff like that from yesterday. So who wants to kick off defensive game balls?
I'll do one.
Because I'll kind of wait. I'll wait and go last since I went first and gave Browning one last time.
Hey, shout out to Juice Gang, man. I mean, Cam Taylor-Britt, I think he had the best PFF score out of anybody on the team. What was it, Dale, like 84-something or whatever?
He had an 86.6 overall because the coverage was an 86.2. 86.2 coverage grade, man. And it's a 76.7 tackling and 76.8 run defense. So he had a fantastic game per PFF. And I thought he looked good on the field, right? He wasn't getting beat. He was
he dropped interception. The only down part is he dropped that interception. But other than that, man,
I wouldn't say he dropped that. It was just he didn't quite get to it. But it was a great play by Battle too. Great play.
Other than that, though, man, hell of a bounce back game for CTB. I mean, I was getting a little worried, but man, I'll tell you this right now: Darren Courtney are very happy right now, and so are we right now. So shout out to CTB, big time. Who's next?
I would go Dax Hill.
That's another one.
I would
You
I
still
would give my vote to Dax Hill. Dax Hill's coming back from injury. Second game, it's an interception. He got the first interception of the season. And so I would give my game ball to Dax Hill. He's looking good. Picked up where he left off, and I appreciate him.
Well, he had a 72.7 coverage grade. He also led the team in tackles along with Geno Stone, which you don't always want your secondary guys doing that, to be fair. But he had 9 tackles. All 9 of them were solo tackles. And you mentioned the interception. And he also had a tackle for loss. So graded out well in coverage, made tackles. Yeah, Dax Hill. Shout out Dax Hill. You get a game ball, brother.
Yeah, you get a game ball, Dax Hill. I'll autograph it for you if you bring it to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dax Hill, but I'll say Jordan Battle.
Oh,
yeah. Now you guys are leaving me with like nothing over here. Going last on this was brutal.
Our defense line didn't grade out too well, especially Slade and Hill. Just Jordan Battle, active again. Around the ball, making plays. Like that's 2 weeks in a row. The challenge with him was always consistency. So it's nice to see him put 2 games in a row where he's played well and made an impact on the game.
Yeah, interception had a 76.9 run defense grade, 72.7 in coverage. Like, hell yeah, man, let's go. You know what I mean? Good job, Jordan Battle. I guess I'll give mine to Geno Stone. You know what he's not been known for? Tackling. Like, his tackling grade was an 83.6. Just making the tackles when you need to make them. And he almost had an interception, too. That would have been our 3rd interception of the day. I know he didn't get it. But, hey, he also ended up with 9 tackles, 7 solo, and was just reliable and solid on the back end. And I think Geno Stone has looked really good these first couple weeks for us. Like, I know he got dinged up in the last game, but when he's been in there, he's looked pretty damn good. So, and we need that. We need these safeties to be good. So,
yeah, well, you guys look at it, all defensive backs. I mean, Dale, Stephon Gilmore, I'm going to hang up the phone. Sorry, buddy. I mean, all defensive backs stepped up big time this week. So now I love seeing.
If Greg's hanging up on you, Stephon, you're out of luck.
Sorry,
I was bringing up Dustin's comment here, even though he's on the show, because it reminded me that, yesterday, you know what? I noticed, and I don't look for that shit. Like, I noticed when I was watching the game, they were lining Trey up on both sides way more. Like when we talked about, I think it was on Jeff's show, somebody talked about Trey lining up on the left side. And I even made a comment like Trey doesn't ever line up on there. And somebody said I think it was Game On might've said there are a few snaps that they did. I noticed it yesterday. Yesterday he was lining up on both sides. And I saw Shamar lining up every fucking where.
Yeah.
But I did Trey moving around yet.
And Trey was Trey. He had the sack toward the end, and it's like, oh, well, where was he the rest of it? He was still doing what Trey does, just no one else was getting pressure. He had 6 pressures on the game. We only had 11 total. We're not getting interior pass rush. BJ Hill, should have never complimented him, Crypt Keeper. You always say, hey, BJ Hill. I went out of my way to compliment him, put him in my article about how good he did, clipped up his stuff from last week, and then he had a terrible game.
Yeah.
And, one of those game balls could have been given to Trey also with that sack. This man is on par for his 17.5 sacks again this year. He's got 2 sacks, 2 games. That's right on par to be 17.5 again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yesterday was interesting. I mean, we gave, it felt like
sure did
the ball up and down the field. But when you actually kind of take a step back and look at some of the unfavorable field positions that they were put in, the defense, due to the interceptions, like I think
especially second half, right? The second half, too, a little bit.
So I think what we saw yesterday, and I think we'll get a little bit better, is what we should probably expect out of the defense for a lot of the year. I don't think we're going to be like a shutdown defense. I think we could be an opportunistic defense and a defense that makes plays at key times, like the close rate with Trey. We get a lead in the 4th quarter. That's hopefully, when Trey starts going off, we make those type of plays. So yesterday felt more of like probably again, a little bit better. I think we'll play better. But I feel like that's probably like the flow of what games will look like with our defense for a lot of the years.
There was 2 key missed tackles. I mean, Shamar Stewart, man, how could he not tackle Travis Etienne on that one play, man? He had him wrapped around. I mean, come on. I mean, finish it.
Cam Sample missed one too.
Cam Sample was the other one. That was
that's tough. He was singled out though. You can't expect.
Yeah.
I mean, well, nobody's making that tackle.
Yeah.
You're a defense.
Stewart and Sample.
Yeah.
You got to at least slow a guy down, though. You know what I mean? Like,
But
we know Tootin's going to be good. We talked about Tootin being a player to watch out for them.
That was a sick move. That was a sick move.
Another honorable mention, defensive game ball. Logan Wilson, once again. What, he had like 8 tackles again? I still. How did he grade out, Dale? I forget.
49.
Yeah, not great. I mean, Demetrius Knight of 40. Well, it's not all about that. Like, I got to watch and see, but he played 100% of the snaps. What I wanted to talk about with the linebackers, though, was more Demetrius Knight had a 47 grade, and I don't even care about the grade. Oren Burks, had a 70, but Oren Burks, it's the snap share. I found it very interesting, and I didn't even notice it during the game. Like, I really wasn't, I guess, paying attention. But Burks had 45% of the snaps. Like, Knight had 58. You obviously can play more than 2 linebackers, so it's not like an even split. But it is interesting that clearly Oren Burks was in there quite a bit for Demetrius Knight during this game. So I don't know if the coaches didn't like something that happened early that Knight missed. I haven't really done the rewatch on the defense, but that's my guess. And then he was still Knight still had 5 tackles, but it definitely wasn't the game he had the week before, in my opinion.
Yeah. It felt like our defense was playing on their heels a little bit. Like, they were doing a good job of the play action on, like, there was quite a bit of the drives too that we had them in like a 3rd and 4 and 5, and we just couldn't get off the field. So they kept extending drives. I think Jags did a good job of getting their receivers open in space on the play action passing. And then, they utilized the screen game too quite a bit. They got their running backs out of the backfield. I think Etienne had a couple catches too, and obviously on that touchdown. So, I mean, I think they're going to give a lot of teams fits, like with the amount of playmakers that they have. So I like how we settled in as the game went on, though.
Greg, get more compliments on his sexy head. But
every time I always wore a hat. I always wore a hat 24/7. Every time I took my hat off, like I looked at myself in the mirror naked this morning, I'm like, God damn, man.
He sees both bald heads.
He said, God damn, I'm
both
sexy.
Bald heads, boom.
That's fucking funny. No, Dustin, you mentioned it earlier, and we talked about it on the phone a little bit last night. The Jags had a good game plan because we talked about the key was our run defense versus their running game. So what did they do? They utilized the screen game. They, play action. They had a great game plan yesterday. Yeah. To be fair to them, to give them credit for that. As you should. Your NFL coaches, you got to be able to adjust like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if you just look at his track record with Tampa, like it was basically utilizing Trevor Lawrence like he did Baker Mayfield, and like watching Bucky Irving last year, the run lanes that he has. So I think Liam is like slowly creeping up as one of the game's better kind of like play designers, play callers, whatever. I think he's a tough scheme to prepare for, especially when you don't have a lot of tape. I mean, like, yeah, you can go off of what he did in Tampa and similar systems, different personnel. So I think a game like that, again, I hats off to the defense for just kind of sticking in there and making stops when they had to. I don't think it looked pretty. Like, obviously, we'd probably walk away from that game like, yeah, we need the defense to play a lot better. But all things considered, I think in crunch time, I felt like we made some plays. Now, obviously, the Jags had a couple drops. I don't know in that 4th or 5 if, I forget who dropped it. Was that Brian Thomas Jr.?
Yeah. And he was trying to turn up, plus he needed about another yard to get the first down. So he was thinking catch and get forward. I can kind of understand what he's thinking, but at the same I didn't think they were going to go for it, but I also I understand it too, because you go for it And if you don't get it, the team has to go what? 90, what was it, 92 yards?
92 yards.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? You're like, well, yeah, hey, Jake Browning's throwing 3 interceptions. We're going to make him go 92 yards to beat us if we don't get it. If we get it, it's game over.
It worked, too, because we were on 4th down twice in that fucking drive. So their plan, it worked. I mean, we were – in both times, I looked at John when we were in our seats, and I said, they shouldn't go for it. And I said, I don't care if they make it, they still shouldn't have went for it. Like, it was 4th and 4 and then 4th and 5.
No,
like, it was we had 3 timeouts. I'm like, I understand that they've been running on our defense, but you have to lean on your defense at this time. You have to, bro. We were.
How many times have we done that, Chop? How many times have we done that? And then we're second guessing Zach Taylor because the clock gets ran out. We never get the ball back. We never get a chance to get the ball again.
And it's 4th and 5. You're on like your own goddamn 40-yard line.
Well, I think that was the point.
With your backup quarterback, come on, man. Yeah, I understand the fucking balls, but still.
Right.
You know, on that drive though, Chop, we had to convert a 4th and 3 and then a 4th and 5 that Travis Hunter got a penalty on.
Well, I tell you guys what, the play of the game for me, this was a blessing in disguise. We got the penalty at the 1-yard line because I was telling Jimmy and Matt in the stands, I'm not liking them having 45 seconds.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I'm like, guys, this is a blessing in disguise because we had the momentum. I knew we were going to score because we had the momentum going down the field after that penalty. We were running down the field. I had no doubt we were going to score, but I'm like, don't give them any time left. And that killed off down to 17 seconds. That was beautiful. I mean, that was a blessing in disguise right there. I knew we were going to score big time.
Well, I want to go back to Zach Taylor's balls really quick.
Yeah.
Zach Taylor's balls. And the one, you're clearly going for it at that point after going for the first one. But the pass to Chase Brown was a great play to get that 4th down. But you're backed up in your territory. You do have the 3 timeouts, but you just say F it. And honestly, I like it because guess what? You could still do what you just did. If you don't get it, you could still hold them to a field goal or stop them again with your 3 timeouts. So why not just say, screw it. Let's go. Let's try to get it, and let's try to win this damn game. I love the balls.
Yeah,
I like it. I liked it from the Jags side to try to kind of end it and get the first down there, not just go up 6 because the touchdown still beats them. They're trying to get 7 on that or run more clock, make us use our timeouts then. And then I like it on our side of saying, you know what, boys? We got the nuts, and we're doing it because we criticize Zach for not having the nuts at times and shriveling up.
I want to go back to Jake Brown. You got to think this also for him. This is like, hey, this is my contract year. I'm on the last year of my contract with the Bengals here. I want to prove I can start still. So Jake Brown is looking at this as an opportunity for himself to show teams out there, hey, I'm a starting quarterback who just happens to be behind one of the top quarterbacks in the league right now. That's exactly
I'm excited about it. You already know because –
oh, Greg is very excited because Jake Browning's girlfriend wears them outfits that get Chop's pee-pee going doing, doing, doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
I'm not saying that's
how
it is. I'm just saying that's what he's thinking to himself right now.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, Chop's thinking doing, doing, doing.
That our backup quarterback is Jake Browning's girlfriend's boobies.
You know,
well, imagine the contract he can earn if he leads the Bengals even to the playoffs.
Yes.
I was surprised this guy's still on our team as the backup quarterback, to be honest. When he came in for Joe before, I thought he played well. I saw in
because we had his rights.
Yeah, you're right. And then I saw in our group chat or something like that somewhere where one of the national media analysis said that Jake Browning's better than half the goddamn starting quarterbacks anyway. And that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we going to give up draft capital or something? We got the guy. Just go pick up somebody that's behind him.
You want a full circle moment?
Full circle moment.
You know what I think the best fit for him is?
What?
Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
I really
exactly.
Do. Yeah.
Well, good. He'll be in Minnesota on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously they cut him, but I think the style, like another place would be San Francisco. I would say that if like they didn't already get Brock Purdy a bunch of money.
if they wouldn't have gave him that contract.
Because I do think like in the offices that you could just be a distributor of the ball. I think Jake would be good in that type of role, and I think that's how they're going to build the offense around him.
You got to have a good run game. That's going to be huge for us. The defense has to step up, but we have to get the run game going, Dustin. Like, there is no doubt in my mind. Like, we cannot have the run game we've had with Jake Browning. And listen, Jake can distribute the ball, but you want to get more balance. We threw the ball way more than we ran again yesterday, and you got to find a little more balance with Jake, and hopefully that's part of it. And I think the screen game will improve to Chase Brown, to all those guys.
Let me just say, while you guys were talking about that, I just told AI what college records does Jake Browning hold. It says he still holds several University of Washington records, Pac-12 records, including career passing yards, 12,296. Career passing touchdowns, 94. Career wins for a quarterback, 39. So, I mean, he is not a bad quarterback. Coming out of the draft, man, he looked pretty good. And didn't you say, Dale, like if he would have went the year before or something like that, he would have went higher in the draft or something?
Oh, no. For Browning, no. He was always just kind of smaller. I don't think anybody thought he would even be as good as he's been, but it's guys like that have those chips on their shoulder, right? That no one ever thought I'd be that good. No one thought I'd make it in the NFL. I was on the Bengals practice squad. I was cut by Minnesota. And now I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take advantage of my opportunity, and I'm going to try to lead the Bengals with a bunch of talented players around me to the playoffs and maybe the goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
By the way, Dale, I want to give one more honorary game ball. Drew fucking Sample for just picking up Jake Browning's ass and shoving him in the end zone.
It wasn't a tush push.
No.
He shoved that
my
tweet.
tweet.
In the end zone.
He pounded that ass. He don't
pound that ass.
He don't do tush pushes. He pounds ass. That's what Drew Sample does.
He pounds cake, Dale. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was awesome. I visualized us winning that game, and it happened. So visualization, there's a key to it. It's also a book written by it. So visualize that we're going to win the Super Bowl, and we will. Damn it. So there's actually some stats. I talked about the defense. I just found this online. The defense, how we kind of settled in. Pretty like the tales of two halves. So the first half, our defense had a 37% pass rush win rate, 5.8 yards allowed per play on first and second down. We let 5 of 9 scoring drives allowed. And then in the second half, we had a 64% pass rush win rate. Only 3 of 13 drives were scoring drives, which would have put us 6th in the NFL. 4.3 yards allowed per play on first and second down as well. So, I mean, like the adjustments were made, and our adjustments, I just feel like our coaching staff always feels like they need to accumulate a lot of information, it feels like, and make the adjustments, I don't know.
And back to another fun fact, he's 2-0 against the Jaguars, because remember the first game against the Jaguars, that's when he tore it up on that Monday Night Football game. So he's got the Jaguars record. By the way, Trevor Lawrence, I mean, once again, is if you're a Jaguars fan, do you pull the plug on Trevor Lawrence?
No, I don't think I think it's too early for that. I think he showed some potential. I just don't think he's ever going to become the guy that you would want a first round pick. I think he's going to be serviceable, but I just don't think he's ever going to be that guy.
So, I mean, and thank you, Bo, for bringing this up. So he says, yes, the Bengals are in big trouble after week 3, that is. So I did a clickbait kind of title, like, are the Bengals in trouble even though they're 2-0? So we should probably at least give our thoughts on that, right? Since it was the title of the show. It was a clickbait title, but do you feel like the Bengals are in trouble because we know Burrow is going to be out at minimum 3 months? I think it'll end up being the whole season, personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I just do.
I think it's a season ender, too.
Do I think they're in trouble? Yep. I sure the fuck do. Yeah.
And the Lions, you got the Lions in at Green Bay, even with Burrow at Green Bay.
I'm going to tell you, be honest.
Okay. No, and I respect that. So, Chop.
And this could evolve into a bigger conversation, but,
I would rather, I swear to God, I would rather, look, I like rooting for the team. And when I go down to the games, when I'm watching the games, I'm rooting for the team. But if we're going to suck, let's suck all the fucking way. Let's get us a goddamn really good piece. Dale, I bet you can name off about 10 motherfuckers that we can get in the top 10 of the draft next year. And we already got 2 wins. We ain't going to pick first overall. But if we're not going to the playoffs and the not even the playoffs, the Super Bowl, I mean, then what the fuck are we doing, man? We had a chance with Joe, and I actually feel like we have a chance with Jake. I know he's the backup quarterback,
I do too.
but I still feel like he got a keys to a Ferrari. It's up to him to step up his game to be able to drive that fucker around the corners in the rain.
Hey, Nick Foles did it. Why can't Jake?
Yeah.
Exactly. Boom. And it makes a great fucking story. Cincinnati's first goddamn, it came off of the backup quarterback.
But you said we're in trouble. But then you kind of talked yourself into maybe not.
I'm trying. These are the things that are floating through my head to try. But are we in trouble? Fuck yeah, we're in trouble, man. Burrow.
I agree with Ryan. I see a path to 10-7. 10-7. I see a path to 5-12. It's just, there's probably a high variance there.
Could go either way.
Yeah. I mean, I think like the expectations, like it almost is like it's obviously changed a little bit. It's one of those things where it's like now we're just down for the fight and whatever we can do to get to the playoffs. I agree with you. I probably think Burrow might be out for the year, but who knows? Maybe he does like show some progress towards the end of December and we're fighting for a playoff spot or we get in. What do you do at that point? Like, and the offense is rolling, like what if we're averaging 30 some points a game? I don't know. It's just, there's crazy scenarios that can play out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the MVP.
I was just going to say, I don't want to be the homer because I know Greg's going to take that role and he still hasn't talked, but Chop said, yes, we're in trouble. And obviously, like, my head is telling me that I would agree with Chop. Like, it's Joe Burrow. Of course you're going to be in trouble without Joe Burrow. We thought he was going to win the MVP this year, as you just said, Chop. Like, I think we all felt this was after last season. He was winning the MVP. We just needed to have a better record as a team. He had an MVP caliber season. So losing him hurts. But at least for the next 6 days, and I tweeted this, I am going to be irrationally all in on Jake Browning and his wife's titties.
Like Brooks, yes.
I fully believe that Jake Browning can win us the Super Bowl right now. We are 2-0. Minnesota is a beatable team, and we can go 3-0. Then we go to Denver, and I don't like to look ahead. Just win the next one and be 3-0, but we can go to Denver. Monday Night Football. Denver just lost to the Colts, and I know it's like, are the Colts good? Maybe they are. But guess what? Chop distracted me.
Side titty. This is what we got, fellas.
That's Jake Browning's
This is what we got for next 3 months. Woo!
I note on
Dale, let me just speak up. Okay.
Yeah, go.
Dale, you're a teacher and all that. We had this discussion many times. You as a teacher, when you tell your students, you give a test out, do you look at all the questions at once? No. One question at a time. Let's take this game by game, see where it goes. I'm not looking ahead of schedule. Let's focus on Minnesota this week. Then we'll worry about Detroit, then Green Bay. Let's take this one question at a time. Like you said,
you can't get to taking like your proficiency test before you build on each lesson and you build on, each unit that you're doing and learning first. So.
Hey, let me just say, Dalton, not only did I screenshot it, but I threw her a couple passes last night.
Oh, God. He screenshotted it and was looking at the screenshot when he...
No, I threw a couple passes, Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's week by week, It's just kind of come in, have fun. I mean, obviously this sucks. Like, future with Burrow and the organization. I mean, those are bigger conversations. I just don't know if we feel like having today, just with all these.
Yeah, I know. I think, we've kind of hit that game. And I just want to be I want to be the irrational, hopeful one for once.
Yeah.
How many times am I the one that is like, F Mike Brown, make the clown church chop. The season's done. I'm so sick of this.
Yeah.
We need an offensive line. The defense sucks. Fire Al, fire Zach, fire everybody. We are 2-0. At the end of the day, we are 2-0. I'm sitting here right now saying, our team has not lost a fucking football game this season. Yes, it's Cleveland. Yes, it's Jacksonville. but we are 2-0. And yes, we don't have Joe Burrow, but we have Jamar Chase. We have a defense that's getting turnovers. I remember 2005. I remember Delta O'Neal and Torrey James getting interceptions. Odell Thurman getting 5 picks. Like, I remember 2021 when everyone had the believe signs. No one expected us to go to the Super Bowl. No one expected us to be one bullshit call away from winning a Super Bowl. So, fuck that. I believe. I believe in Jake Browning and his wife's side titty.
Yes.
And we're winning the whole damn thing.
You know what, though? What was I going to say is, I don't know anymore. I fucking had something.
You got that brain
and
fog.
You said Jake Browning's girlfriend's titties, and I completely blanked out.
You horny man.
It's true. It's true. It's damn true.
You ain't talking about Dalton Reisner's girl. She's a dime, too.
She ain't putting her titties out there constantly. She
Yes,
dresses like a mom.
What are you talking about?
She dresses like a mom compared to fucking Jake
I don't know what you're looking at.
I'm going to have to go look at that up. You're right.
Yeah.
Check that
And
out.
Dylan Fairchild.
Maybe the two of them can get together at our charity.
I noticed that too. Our offensive line, dude. Our offensive line is killing it. Fairchild's got a hot wife too, Chop. She's on TikTok or something too. She was with Dalton Reisner's wife the first game. They're probably best friends, to be honest.
Holy shit, man! Maybe at the event this year they can wrestle in Jello. All of them.
On the flip side, people are calling our offensive line soft too. So who knows?
That might wrestle. That might raise more money than Greg's bald head if we get all those Bengals wives to wrestle in Jello. I think that might be down. That is for charity.
Chop, that could get us to $10,000 so Cap could shave his beard too.
Oh yeah, if we get 10,000, if we raise 10 grand to get the Bengals wives to wrestle in Jello, Cap will shave his beard off also.
Here we go.
I don't know if I want
we send all kind of people to Bengals games. Hell yeah.
I don't know if I want my offensive linemen dating really hot chicks though. I need them to be like ugly Bettys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because people are like, you look at our run block, people are like, maybe our offensive line's just soft. You know,
they got things so good at home that they're not, they're like, whatever.
Yeah,
look what I got at home.
Yeah, totally.
They need to still be striving to get that. You know what I mean? We want them hungry for the pussy, not already getting nice pussy.
Yeah.
What a weird fucking show and conversation.
Or you got kids like Demetrius Knight, and you're fighting for a paycheck.
Welcome back, Chop.
Yep. Sorry I missed Friday.
T. Brookie said likely different starters at cornerback, running back, center, and left. Dude, left tackle. Oh my God, Trey Hendrickson.
That should be open season.
He should be eating this week.
Yeah, because who's out for them that's really good? I couldn't remember this last night either.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, we were talking about that last night.
Left tackle really good for the Vikings. He's out, right? He's out for the season or out.
Yeah, he was Kristen Darisol.
Yeah, Darisol.
Yeah. I think Jared Verse, did he put him out last year? Is that an injury from last year and he's still out?
I don't remember. Is he out for the season? Is he out for 4 weeks? I don't even know. 6 weeks? I have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah, so he suffered it in October 24th, I don't know if he re-injured it. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's having problems recovering from that.
But yeah, if they got all those players out, just go 3-0. At the end of the day, it's a 1 week league. I say that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just go 3-0. Just go 3-0.
Yes.
That's the next goal. But you know why we're able to do that? Because we went 2-0 yesterday. I've seen a lot of people leave that stadium.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Gross.
Hey, Jake threw that third interception, man, and there was a little bit less orange in there. I could see those green seats in all the sections. I was like, and you know what I was thinking when everybody left? Everybody was leaving. I was thinking about that Ravens-Buffalo game. I was thinking how Buffalo came back, and I'm like, I just thought in my head, all these fuckers are going to be so upset if we win this game, and they left. Fuck them for leaving early.
Yeah.
But also thank you because traffic was much better when we left.
That's true. It was
it's true. Traffic was way better. That parking lot cleared out a lot faster than normal.
Yeah.
Well, the Bengals did this thing to where you could find your seat. Look at old Bill there.
Yeah.
This was a game-winning touchdown. You could make it like a Sports Illustrated cover. You
Man,
could
send
actually
me that
buy them.
link.
Hey, this number 7 here, this guy number 7 jersey. This
Sad.
guy,
You
he
sad.
was talking shit. No,
You
he was
sad,
talking
boy.
mad. No,
Sad.
he was talking mad shit during the game when they went
You
up, and
sad, boy.
he was like, "Why aren't y'all cheering now?" and all this stuff. And he's 2 rows ahead of me, and I said, "Buddy, have some class, sit down, and shut the fuck up," because these people were getting mad. You know, Bengals fans get mad about that shit. They were like trying to fight this dude. And I told them to chill out too, but I told that guy to chill the fuck out. And then at the end of the day, what happened? You got me and Houday Joe, arms up. Oh, we just scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
I got a great picture to show.
Is it your bald head?
No. Here's me here. Here's me in bourbon right here. We're getting ready to hug it out and all that pretty much.
Is that when you touched it? Is that when Matt was saying you touched his penis?
Yes.
I knew it.
We had our moment.
So the atmosphere sounded great on TV. How was it? It was good. Yeah, it's good. Was it hot? Ended up being hot?
Oh, dude, it was so hot. My face is red. Like,
yeah, so's mine.
Bro.
Look at my nose.
Yeah.
Like, can you not tell? I'm like,
Oh yeah,
It's not
it
bad.
was burnt coming out of there.
I was crispy.
Looks like you're hanging out on a boat with Jimmy Johnson fishing or something.
It doesn't show. Like, it doesn't show as much even on here as it does in person. Like, I look crispy, didn't I, Chop, after that game?
Yeah, you did. Like, and then Santori walked
Extra
up. And you guys
crispy.
matched. Both of you matched. With
I
your
actually
burnt
didn't get
faces.
crispy. We were in the shade. Well, Choppy, you shouldn't have got mad. You were in the shade too, weren't you?
I was, but it was still hot as shit, man.
Oh, dude, I didn't recognize it.
I don't know. Like the start of the game, I was thinking to myself, "It's like, dude, we just are not a good home team." I mean, we ended up winning, but I was just like, Jesus, it seems like
Dustin, after Burrow got hurt and we were losing, I said, no more orange out games ever. Because the Patriots game also last year, I'm like, no more orange out. But then I'm like, okay.
Had we wore orange pants, you know we would have lost that game for sure.
Yes, we would have.
The orange pants was a curse, too. I like the orange pants with the black jerseys, though. I think we did win with that last year at some point,
Dustin,
right?
I
Not
have
full
to ask-
orange.
Dustin, I have to ask you, what was your take on my Stone Cold impression? Did I nail it?
oh, you nailed it. It was awesome. I mean, the bald head is great, man. I love it. I love that look for you.
Appreciate it.
Like,
man.
keep it. You're keeping it, right?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm keeping it.
Yeah. Yeah.
After
I mean,
that
well,
miracle
Greg
win, I
doesn't
ain't
have the
getting rid of it.
choice. He
It's
doesn't
gotta
have
be-
a
That
choice.
miracle win, I ain't getting rid of it.
It's a
Right.
good luck charm, kind of, too. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, kinda
Let's just say he's just beating nature to the punchline.
Exactly.
Good. It looks good. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, Greg. People lose their hair, and you look
No,
great.
no, I got all compliments. My family loves it. I mean, dude.
Did your mom rub on it?
And
Oh,
look,
look
I
at
know I said this before. I want to say this again. Thank you all that donated. Means
Yes.
a lot for us. The project.
You're
Game Day.
welcome. You're welcome.
I love you. Hey,
Yeah,
all
you're
three of you
welcome,
right
Greg.
here. Thank you
Welcome.
so much. And thank you to everybody else in the Bengals fan base. You guys are awesome.
I feel like.
Well, you know the worst part, though? Greg had his hat on, and, like, Greg was sweating like a mother effer. Like,
I said, "Yo,
and
kiss my
This
head."
was after tailgate. Greg goes, kiss my head. And I was like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, it's so sweaty. And I was
Well,
like,
Dale, you know what, Dale?
for good luck, I'm going to do it. And I kissed it, and it was so salty. And I was like, oh.
Well, no, Dale. I was so happy when you came. You missed the head shaving. I gave you a big kiss, though, man.
Yeah, because you have no patience, dude.
None.
Me and
Zero.
Derek got there at 9:40. We're never there that early.
Well, my
Ever.
buddy was there.
Greg,
I
you
had
would
people
take
that were
that
there. They
fucker
wanted
at
to do
10
it
till
now,
9.
and I'm sorry, man.
I literally said to Greg, at least wait till Dale. He is literally the first person to donate money. And Greg said,
Greg
okay.
hates me.
5 minutes later, he's got clippers out.
Well, because everybody's like, I had other people like. my
Everybody
brother.
wasn't, Greg. You were like, let's get it done now.
Exactly.
Everybody else
And
was
Derek-
like, wait till more people are here that donated to watch. Greg
And then
said to
Derek
Greg said to me-
Guandero had a nice beard that his wife even finally liked, and she doesn't like his beard. When we met halfway for me at the gas station, he was like, I said, dude, your beard looks really good. It sucks you're shaving it. You know?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I think she said something about keeping the mustache. I said, well, do it because you said you'd shave the beard. So he kept the mustache. And I swear to God, they're doing the new Super Troopers movie. And me and Jimmy said the exact same thing. Like, I think you could get a role in the new Super Troopers movie. We both said it separately to him. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, but it was a great time, man. And it's true. Like, if Greg was going bald and shaved his head every year, we wouldn't even need a draft event. Everybody donated so much money to get Greg's head shaved. It was,
over $2,000, over $2,000 raised for anybody that didn't see that. That's incredible. And it was Greg shaving his head, and then we talked about Derek with the beard to add into it.
Yep.
Man, couldn't be more thankful.
Should we throw in a money raising for like a nipple ring or something? Just keep going.
Oh yeah, Greg. What's next?
No. James Bob Shelley commented on Project Game Day Facebook. Are we wax chesting me next time? And so
Brazilian wax, baby.
Yeah.
No, but I'll bet you got a fucking giant fucking bush.
Greg,
I'm not talking about there, Greg. I'm talking about a little bit south.
Greg, spread those legs, baby. We're coming with
that motherfucker look like he got Don King in a scissor leg lock.
Waxing his taint. We will wax Greg's taint for $2,500.
Greg probably got a bush that goes down to his knee.
Oh yeah, you got to get a machete, man.
Shit. He got the clippers. He's got the.
I think that Dustin's onto something though with the
start with the weed eater. You start with the weed eater.
How much
I got the hedge trimmers too.
Nipple pierced at the draft.
Landscaping.
Oh man! Hey, love you, Joe. Man, I got to meet Joe's cousin / Rachel's cousin. So, but man, Kevin, that's my dude that I sat with. Kevin was awesome. I think we're best friends now.
And Joe, send me that link. You did that Sports Illustrated thing. I want to.
Well, Jenny started it, and then we've all done it, Chop. But you were asleep, so you missed out on all.
Sleep. You need to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It just it was at least got the W, look forward.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you're 2-0. It's better than being 1-1. And you
our schedule has a couple tough little I don't want to look too, but we do have a stretch where we play the Steelers, very beatable, the Jets, super beatable, the Bears, super duper beatable, then the Steelers again, and then the Patriots. So after we come out of the Lions and Packers game, we could go on a little bit of a run there, but so there's opportunity.
We could go on a run the entire thing, and Jake Browning could be the next fucking best thing, and we could win out, man. We could be 17-0 going into the playoffs.
I mean, what did Nick Foles do after winning a Super Bowl? Right, like he didn't necessarily do any. We just need one supersonic, awesome season from Jake Browning to win a Super Bowl.
He went to Disneyland. He said it. Yeah.
I
mean, it's not hard. Would you turn off the TV right away? He said, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to Disney World.
Yeah. I mean,
if we're in the Super Bowl with Jake Browning, we have to run the Philly special. Like, out of courtesy to Nick Foles.
Yeah, right. Right. Got to pay homage.
And then,
other quarterbacks that won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And immediately a shout out Nick Foles.
Yeah.
After that, yeah.
Jake Browning's like, me, my hot wife, and her side boob, and Nick Foles are all going to Disney World.
Can you imagine the outfit for the Super Bowl?
There might not be one. Well, hey, Chop, you were asleep, so you didn't see this. I said the Bengals go on this crazy run with Jake Browning. We win the Super Bowl, and then when we have the Super Bowl parade in Cincinnati, Jake Browning's wife flashes the crowd.
Hell yes. Hell yes. I like the way you think, Dale. I like the way you think, bro.
Now look at the positivity you have. Like, as Dustin said, visualize. You got.
What if when she flashes it, it ruins it, and she got like 3 hairs coming out of her nipple?
It won't run it for me. I don't give a shit.
Ruin it for me either. You're right. I got.
What if she pulls her pants down and has a dick? You never know these days.
I don't think she can run it. Honestly, I just be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Guess I'm bisexual.
Voted. Fuck it. Hey, I'll tell you what though, man. She wore that goddamn silver spandex outfit, and she got a fucking dick, man. She got one smaller than mine. Because that motherfucker was tight.
What
spandex outfit?
What did you think of kind of Zach's? Like, it seems like they are evaluating second opinions still. I mean, it sounds like a surgery is definitely going to happen, but
I thought I read something that it said Zach Taylor said definitely surgery happens.
yeah, they're still gathering information. Like, he's not gotten the surgery yet, and the timing of the surgery.
I mean, just get him in the fucking operating room. Jesus Christ! Every day that you put it off is another day that it's going to take for him to get back. He should have been operated on last fucking night. Let's just get it done. He needs an operation. Quit getting opinions. Even if he doesn't need an operation, he ain't coming back this year, especially if he doesn't get an operation, because
what if we
like the rehab on that thing is going to be crazy.
What if we fly him to South America and shoot him full?
There's got to be some shit. Yeah, there's got to be some shit.
Stem cells.
Well, I was thinking like, bionic man type shit. Like, you're telling me we ain't got nothing that you could just cut his toe off and put a new toe on that's stronger and faster. And
what is the recovery time from just losing a toe? Can we possibly just lose the toe and he can get back quicker?
I don't think so.
So
unless we can get that
a bionic
toe.
Bionic toe.
Bionic toe Joe. Bionic toe Joe.
Oh, there you go. We got a new Shiesty gone.
Well, I did make a $6 million man shirt for Joe back in the day when after his ACL MCL tear, I made that bionic thing off the $6 million man. Maybe I'll have to bring that one back out if he comes back. When he comes back.
Bionic toe Joe really has a ring to it. Just saying.
Yeah.
The bionic.
Hey, Chop, new shirt, Chop.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow in a cape.
Joe Burrow
with a crutch on, with his full jersey on.
Right.
So bro, you are all doubting the power of the KP. You are doubting the power of the titty. The power of the titty is strong. And Jake Browning
and the power of being under or in your contract year and making a lot of money.
Hold on. Look at that. That's Jake Browning's wife. That was her yesterday, right, Chop?
Yeah, that's yesterday.
Yeah. Why do you think we came back and won that game? I don't know. Power of the side titty. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying, KP. Don't give up now.
Oh, shit, I'm big.
Yeah, he'll make generational money with a good run.
Ryan. Oh, you big with that picture, all right.
Well, bigger. not big, but bigger than normal.
Yeah. Bigger than
normal. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, did you reach out to her to get her on the show yet for us, Greg?
No, not yet.
I'm telling you, man, for that chick to come on our show, she'd have to have the best. If she had a sense of humor to match that body, Jake Browning scored the perfect girl.
Yeah, that's true. She could prove it.
She would have.
Remember the movie Moneyball? How they rate players by their girlfriend? I mean, she's a 10, right?
No, I don't remember that, but
no, the movie Moneyball, they rate players by they're rating this.
I mean, I would say she probably about a 9.5, and I still got wood.
There you go.
That's a reference to Varsity Blues, but
right.
A funny story.
Varsity Blues. I'll bring the whipped cream and the cherries then. Didn't that happen in Varsity Blues? Whipped cream and cherries.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Make sure.
Funny side story. Do you see Myles Garrett's bitching and complaining?
Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah.
After 40 million, he's already done. He's like, 0-2, Evan, I want out again.
I want out again.
Well, when the Browns were talking shit, they were talking shit to Derrick Henry. I'm like, even though Derrick Henry didn't have that good of a game, what the fuck is wrong with I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's just like, why'd you sign that contract? Bro?
Right. Hey, I have no sympathy. You got the money you wanted, so be
happy. Exactly.
Yeah.
No excuses. All right, man. This was it was a great show. Like, because we still won. We're still 2-0. There's still hope. Now, obviously, we're all sick about Joe Burrow. Like, that's our guy. We know that's our best path to a Super Bowl. But there is a lot of talent on this team. There's a lot of guys who work their ass off. And as fans, all we can do is literally support them, show up at the games, be loud, do the small things that we can do, and hope for the best, right? Mm-hmm. We gotta get high on that hopium, baby. Let's get high on that hopium.
opium.
Yeah, have fun. Football's fun. Let's go in. Maybe it makes it being a fan a little bit more fun because it's like you don't really have expectations now, you know? Yeah, it was.
Victory Monday today.
Victory Monday.
Victory Monday. Dick Browning's wife. Yeah.
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 The Bengal Brownings. Nah.
The brown eye. We're good because we got the brown eye at
You
quarterback.
got the brown eye.
Yeah. He likes to take those hole shots, you know.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
He made a couple of those throws yesterday. That last drive, 9 to 10. Come on.
Don't.
Come on.
Shh. All right, man. This is what happens when the show goes longer than an hour. You got 20 minutes of titty talk and brown eye talk and everything in between. Man, Greg got a sexy looking head over there. And the season's not over, man. Enjoy it, right? Enjoy it. It's football. You know how much we miss it when we don't have it? Just enjoy it. Watch Dylan Fairchild be really good at football. Hope to see more strides from the defense. You know what I mean? Like Al Golden. And believe. You're not, man, this fight ain't over until it's over, man. You get punched, you fucking punch back, man. You get knocked down, you get the fuck back up. Till that 10 count goes, the bell didn't ring, it's fucking game on.
Yep.
Told you, yeah.
Yep.
And it's going to be exciting, man.
I mean, we're not the ones playing, but it's still some type of adversity for us that we have to overcome. So let's do it, man. Let's show them that we can.
The people are wanting the ball sack dot bot.
Yes.
The bald Greg dot bot. Like 3 different people asked for it, Greg. You got to give the people what they want.
This is going to be more This is going to be more aerodynamic.
You can't turn your screen off.
He's getting naked.
Hey,
Did he get his actual nut sack out? Like they didn't want your actual nut sack.
Dale, I'm done for the day, buddy. I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Shut it off. We can't see your bald head. We can't see your bald head. Yeah.
We need some music playing, some disco.
I did it last week, Dale.
Man, this guy took his shirt off. He went above and beyond for the Brew Crew.
I'm bricked up.
This is why Greg is a man of the between Jake Browning's girlfriend / wife's titties and Greg's titties.
You didn't rock. Did you think I was really going to leave, Dale?
I was hoping you wouldn't, but you never know. Greg could have been like,
Dale,
you know
I did
what?
the same last week. The Diddy Gritty bot. I got to keep it going, buddy.
Well, from now on, with Jake Browning, it's the titty gritty.
Yeah.
Titty gritty.
Singing like a record.
Yeah, from now on, Jamar Chase will be in the end zone doing the titty, not the gritty.
Yeah.
Choked up, man. Let's go. All right, man. I hope you guys have a good week. The world's not ending.
Nah, man, we're good.
Who day?
Who day?
We got side titty.